that wasn't recording.
I know. So, we're here to talk about something.
Do you want to sit here?
I do, actually.
Okay.
Oh, wow. This is it. Oh, all right. So, what are we here to do?
We're here to review the L Word Generation Q. You can barely see me.
We could probably turn it a bit.
Tiny bit. Yeah.
Wow. All right. So we're here to review a show that came out like a few weeks ago. 4 weeks ago. We had watched the show previously.
Yeah, I watched the whole, I think it was 6 seasons of it, of the L Word. And I also watched the real L Word, which has nothing to do with it. It was just, I watched it.
Yeah, which was cool. I think I watched the real L Word too, but in college.
Mm-hmm.
Which is different than where I'm at now. So now that I watch it as an adult in the real world, I'm like, wow. I'm like, oof. That shit was crazy. But we were talking about how I've never seen the finale of the L Word. Like the season finale, series finale, last episode.
Which is like a huge like cliffhanger, essentially.
Apparently, yeah. I think I couldn't even tell you what the last thing I remember was. Like, maybe Shane at like her Latina girlfriend's house, like wearing a dress. Did something happen?
That's the last thing you remember?
No. I remember Alice started dating someone in the military, this black lesbian in the military.
Okay. Anything else? That's like season 3 stuff, Edie.
Okay, what happened after that?
So much!
Anything important, though?
I mean...
We're off screen. So we're back after many hours. So we watched the episode. And I wrote a few notes down. Oni was not doing the same. So we'll see who carries the conversation here. I know what conversation Oni will carry. So we're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about initial reactions, some things we noticed. And then just some questions that we have after the first episode of the series in general. Like, yeah. What... you can talk more about that because that's what I wrote down from what you were saying.
Yeah, that's mostly initial questions are like, what happened to Tina? What happened to Tasha? What happened to Jenny? Like, was she murdered? Was it suicide? We don't know. And because that's how it ended, and that was the biggest cliffhanger of all, especially like through the interrogation and everything, everybody's giving each other these little smirks, and it's like, did they plan it all together? Right. Was it an accident? Is it a cover-up or something? Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of upset that they didn't talk about any of that in the first episode, but I'm hoping that throughout the season they'll give us like bits and pieces of what happened, and maybe we can puzzle something together. Right?
It's a hook.
Yeah.
It's like stay here. We know that the real like the mega fans have lots of questions, because I can see like a younger generation watching this.
Yeah.
Like, we watched the L Word when we were younger. Mm-hmm. That wasn't necessarily the target audience, like teenage or like young kids.
Yeah, and I saw it after it even stopped airing, because I don't think I was old enough to know.
Yeah, same, exactly. And like, so I'm guessing that like maybe younger fans don't even know. Maybe they do. Maybe they researched it, but like maybe they wouldn't know that there was like this massive cliffhanger and all this weird shit that is now unresolved.
But then again, they probably like Googled it with interest in Generation Q, and then were just like binged the whole L Word.
True. So there's many types of viewers out there. We know Oni's a different type of viewer than I am. Like, I didn't even watch the last season, so that's why I'm assuming that like some people watch it and drop out. All right, so one thing we liked, or that I noted, was when Angie was picked up from school, they like did this whole thing. You think you don't know who she's texting, right? Because the name is like Joby, right, or something. Jordy, right? And you're like, oh, who's that? Jordan? Who's that? So then when they do the initial reveal, like, you're like, oh, who's this? Who's this mysterious character she's with? And then you realize that it's a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, ooh, what's this? At least for me, I was like, ooh, is this a romantic interest perhaps? Maybe like an interesting friendship that we're gonna explore?
I thought it was gonna be a guy at first, just because I didn't know if they were gonna have her be a character as in like she rebels against everything like that her mom stands for or something like that.
True, yeah.
Or if it was just gonna be like a girlfriend,
Which it was.
seemed to be. We don't know yet.
No, unsure. We see Bet Porter in her element, right? She's like walking through the newsroom.
Oh yeah.
Or not the newsroom, the like, what's it called?
The campaign room.
The campaign room. And everybody's like, Bet, here's your thing. Bet, here's this. And she's like, all right. Right? Bad bitch. Which was interesting. And then major donors are talked about, which is something I'm really interested in. Donations in healthcare specifically. This is not something that I want to talk about in this video, but it is something that I'm very passionate about. So more to come from that. Major donors campaigning, which is, there's lots of foreshadowing.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is essentially what TV shows are.
The hook.
It's that hook. So she meets the woman who we saw like face deep in someone's vagina earlier in the episode. Danny Nunez, who we see is the daughter of the major donor, whatever, what's his name, Nunez Corporation, this Latinx Persian influencer guy. Bet does some poking, some digging. She's doing, she's trying to get that ethical money, that ethical donation. So she's like, where's your money from? And then eventually we realize that it's opioids, so pharmaceutical opioids. And Bet doesn't like it. There's a mystery there.
Yeah.
Hook, bing, 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 bing.
There's like 3.
Like 3 hooks so far. We're like 10 minutes into the episode. Like, it's just like, how come we are held to the standard of like, we have to be the best all the time, do everything right, not make any mistakes.
And
like,
they're not.
Yeah. So, that was something we talked a little bit about. Should we even talk about the employee's son overdose?
I mean, not really.
Not really. It's like an important little plot point to...
Yeah, it's a plot point to carry on the bigger picture of Danny coming to the realization that she's working for a horrible company.
Yeah, even though it's family, right? Or like, I think it's a good point for Danny to be questioned morally and ethically, and then make the decision to go work with Bet. But I think it's interesting because it's like, so much of what we do when we watch TV is to try and like figure out genders, because it's like, it's what we're used to. We're like, okay, male, female, like it's like, but the non-binary is so, I feel like it's becoming more present in entertainment, and it's present in life. Like there's so many non-binary people in life, but like seeing it on a major television production like this is interesting. Yeah. Cool. All right, and then we see Shane and Finley, right? And we're like talking a little bit about how we're both annoyed by the character Finley. Yeah. Like the character Finley is this super energetic, like almost reminiscent of Shane, what I was saying, like when we first meet Shane. But less bubbly.
I remember Shane as being very calm, too cool for school, like collected kind of person.
That's true. I think they're
like the mysterious.
They are like very, what is the word?
The only resemblance.
Antitheses?
Oh, I don't know.
Foils? It's like when they're the opposite, complete opposites. And then they become like, there's like a character match there.
Yeah. Okay. I know what you're saying. The only, but I couldn't say.
You started doing it too.
Yeah. The only resemblance I see between them is like the player.
That's that's what I mean.
But that's like, the only thing I kind of see between them.
It's that energy. Also, Shane having a wife, that was
As soon as I saw that message, I was like, who's Kiara? And then Finley asks her who that was, and she said my wife, and my jaw dropped. Like, honestly, I never thought she would get married, and that's just like raises other questions and suspicions. Like, who is this girl that locked down Shane? Mm-hmm. Like, was it similar to like other situations where she like, I don't even know.
Yeah, this is just another hook that was thrown at us. Then we see Danny get her promotion, and we see that relationship she has with her father about Sophie in particular, like
calling her
her friend, and like him being weird, and
yeah, that made me think a lot about our personal experiences. Just when he said friend, just because when we both started dating girls, like our parents would always say, "Oh, is your friend coming over? Is your friend coming over?" And things like that, and that just like clicked it in. Like, you really start to hate that word a little. But things changed with our family, so like as they got more comfortable, they were able to say like your girlfriend. But that just kind of set a tone for where Danny's family is at and growing up.
Yeah.
No.
Wow, this is
We
way
can
too.
edit this out.
This is way too heavy for us to be talking about on camera right now. Was not ready for that. Where were we? Not a press release. I guess like a press gathering for her campaign.
Press conference.
Whatever. And then she's like, "Hey, audience, ask me some questions. My homie's got the mic." Homie gets a mic and is like, "Hey, you were blah 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 at the cultural blah blah blah. How does it feel to have fucked my wife?" Straight up in a crowd full of people, and Bet is like shook. So that was wild.
Also, we never mentioned that she was out to lunch with Shane and Alice, and Tina called her on the phone.
Oh yeah, Tina. Where
the fuck is Tina?
Where's Tina?
We know that, like, they're on the phone talking about Angie, so
something's up.
Yeah. Bringing it back around to the press conference thing. That was a cute little cliffhanger, because now you're questioning, like, what the hell happened with this Felicity.
Yeah. There's even a flashback that we get.
Yeah.
But hasn't happened yet. And then Angie's with Jordy, the friend. So that's something that is interesting, and I think we'll get a little bit more exploration of their friendship, relationship. Bet's freaking out. She goes on Alice's show to kind of like try and mend this thing. And then Alice is pressing her with questions, and Bet isn't necessarily budging.
Wait. When did she talk to Angie about saying, "I want to go live with Mama T"?
Oh yeah, that was when she went to go talk to her.
That was before she showed up on
Yeah,
Alice.
that was before the show.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? You just jump in, honey. I'm not running this.
No.
Go ahead, jump in.
I didn't know what to say.
Well, now you just made it weird. Well, she's like, "Don't talk to me like that." She's like, "I want to live with Mama T." So
that just ties in the whole thing of Bet and Tina's relationship. Like, what happened? Like, why is she living with?
What is Tina doing?
Yeah. Why is she living with Bet?
Another question we had: where's Tasha? We already said that. I think. But where's Tasha?
No, I don't think we did.
Because Alice and Tasha were a thing, right?
Yeah, she came back on the last episode, choosing her over Jamie, that character Jamie, but she walks in as like they're taking what's her face, Jenny out on the gurney, and she just like sees them all on the couch, and I'm just like, she chose Alice. So I'm just like, what happened?
What happened is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we already asked these questions.
Yeah. I don't know what she's doing. Like, what's her relationship with, what even is that woman's name? I
don't even know. The mom with the 2 kids?
Yeah.
Whoever Alice is sleeping with right now, don't even know her name.
Yeah. Maybe they said it, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. But it's just, I don't see their relationship just makes me uncomfortable.
Same.
Mostly it's because weird. Alice just seems uncomfortable around the kids. And they've obviously been together for, like, a while.
At least 2 years, right? That's what we said.
I think so.
2.5 years she's been with them, and like the kids I feel like they have.
But I don't think we learned that until episode 2.
Well, Oni just gave something away. All right. Well,
but even for as long as they've been together, like I feel like you'd be more comfortable with kids if you were dating someone who had kids. That was it.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. So. Final thoughts with the Angie and Bet scene with the AirPods out here again. AirPods, big money. That was cute. Danny actually can't sleep at night. So she goes and is like, Bet, I need to work with you. Bet's like, alright, cool. Yeah, so that was episode 1. We will see what episode 2 brings. We will watch it very soon. Because we need to catch up. We're behind. Episode 4 is already coming out.
Episode 5 is tonight.
Episode 5 is tonight. Wait, that's wild. How many episodes are there?
There have been 5.
Probably 10 episodes, though.
Oh, per season? Probably. Yeah.
Sorry, so we gotta catch up fast or we're gonna be way behind. Alright.
Bye.
Should we have like an exit thing?
A send-off?
A send-off?
Yeah. Like what though?
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Hell no.
Bye-bye. Well then?